Hello, guys. It's GP, aka Pastor G. I just have a thought to share. So I know that there's a lot of people that likes the title um, and benefits of that title, which is called king. You always hear the phrase, you always hear the word or the meaning. You're a king, you're a queen. He's a king, he's a queen. And what I thought about that for a minute, I said, that sounds nice, right? That sounds nice because of the you're being royalty. But what we have to first take in, first understand from a historical point of view, but also a biblical point of view, is that kings at its core is a leader. For example, the Israelites was asking for a leader for a very long time. They were asking for a king for a very long time. What they didn't understand is that the ultimate king, aka Jesus Christ, was coming. But until then, God will provide a leader in this earth realm, for the time being. But there's many things that the Israelites was not being was being impatient on, and did not fully understand the grasp of what they were asking and whatnot. But yes, going back to the saying, I'm a king, she's a queen. Yes, royalty is great. Praise be to the Lord. Through Christ, yes, we have a royal priesthood. We are royal because He's the King of Kings. But let's put this thing in context. A king is a leader, and a leader leads. A leader serves, inspires, right? So before we just start saying things that sounds nice, you got to know, what's what with these things. Um, so now I think about that saying and say, you know what? Yes, I'm a leader. I'm a leader. And you don't see yourself as a leader? Well, you know what? If you have a relationship with Christ, help him, help, ask him to help you to see that in yourself. I'm saying that for myself. I'm saying that for myself also. Whatever I share on my channel, it's not something that I just sounds good and sharing it with you guys. I'm number one going through it or learning about that first before sharing it with you. All these wisdom things, all these biblical thoughts and revelations, they all come from God. They all come from Yahweh. And He's the one that has the wisdom. And I give Him all the credit. Yeah. So if this has been an enlightenment or just a nice clarity on things, then please subscribe, please share, like, all of these, all my videos and this one as well. Share it with somebody that may need to know some clarity on this. I'm a king. It sounds nice. Don't get me wrong. It sounds nice. This world likes to make things sound nice, but you want nice or you want the real truth, the real deal, and that's a heavy title. That's a heavy title. Being a king, being a queen, empress, that's a heavy title. But if you look at all of the greatest kings there was, they served their people. They led their people. Amen. And for those individuals who does not have a relationship with Christ, I encourage you guys to ask God. You don't believe Him? Okay, ask God to prove Himself. He has no problems proving Himself. You have to just come with a willing heart. If you don't have a willing heart, well, you can't get the answers that you most likely will have. But I pray that you will have a willing heart, and that you will come to Him, and that you will get all the your questions answered, and then some, and have an amazing encounter. He is the only way, the truth, and the life. Anyway, I hope this video is a blessing. Be a blessing to somebody else and share it. And stay tuned for some more. Peace.